Hello, I'm Matt Hazledine from Lymphoedema United, and welcome to the 6th from my series of videos about my experiences and journey with lymphedema, along with some top tips along the way as to how I lived better with lymphedema. I say top tips because I can't give advice. I'm not a medical professional, therefore I'm not qualified to give medical advice on lymphedema, but what I can do is share with you some of my experiences and tips as to that have helped me, in the hope that they can help you or indeed others. The last video I talked about where to get help when you have lymphedema, when you're diagnosed through specialist lymphedema therapists or clinicians, medical clinicians, and today actually moves away from the professional side and more about connecting with others. I think I'm not alone in saying that having lymphedema, certainly when you're newly diagnosed, can lead to the feeling that you are alone. It's quite an isolating time, because unless you're speaking to somebody who has it, I don't think anybody can understand what one's going through physically and mentally, and how it can turn your life to a degree upside down in certain circumstances until it's under control and managed. I write about this in the book. You know, my heart's on my sleeve as far as that's concerned, but it wasn't an easy time. Even with the supporting family and understanding friends, I still didn't find anybody to really talk to about it for quite some time. I didn't know anybody with lymphedema, certainly nobody that talked about it. And you know, what I did was went through several years of burying my head in the sand and not talking about it. And it wasn't until I got involved with the Lymphoedema support network that things started to change. I started to come out of my shell, become more confident talking about it. And that started from me writing my story for the Lymph magazine back in, I think it was 2015, 2016. And that opened up doors. I then attended their patient conference in London, of which there's two every year. They move from London to either Birmingham or Manchester and then back down to London again. And it's those sort of patient-based conferences that the LSM did that gives you the opportunity to meet other people with lymphedema and you know, openly talk and swap notes and swap contact details, and friendships can form. And I remember the first time I went to one of about 100 people, there were 3 men, of which I was one, with lymphedema. And very quickly we swapped our contact details, and we had our own little email thread for a while, pinging ideas and checking up on each other. But actually, for the first time in 4 years, I had other fellas, other men I could relate to and talk to, albeit online. And it was quite liberating, and it sort of prompted many things thereafter, including articles for the Daily Mail, radio interviews, and you know, other blogs that I've done. So it wasn't until probably 2018, 2019, through my renewed confidence as a result of the LSM, that I started to get involved with other groups. And there are online groups available with many thousands of people in the UK and globally who sign up to these Facebook groups, which are secure, targeted, purely focused, I should say, purely for people with lymphedema. The few that I've joined are Lymphoedema UK and Lymphoedema Sufferers Group UK. There's Lymphoedema UK, Lymphoedema Support Group for the US, which is dropping the O in lymphedema. And there's also lymphedema groups all around the world in different languages. They're the ones that I've jumped on. And also Gaynor Leach has done a great job with lymphoedema, which is LWO, and they have a support group there as well. And it enables you just to post questions, or I'm feeling like this today, can anybody give any tips or relate to that situation? I think I might have cellulitis, what do I do about it? You know, right down to, I've bought this product today, it works for me, see what you think. And people post their ideas and solutions on these groups. But it's a way of reaching out to people. It's a great community, and you know, try it, it's free. You can go on as anonymous if you don't feel comfortable using your own name, whatever works for you. But it's important to know that there's help out there from other like-minded people. And I have found over the last handful of years that people in the lymphedema community are actually really lovely, and they're there to help, they're there to support, because they know what we're all going through. You know, we're all one lymphedema community, and that's really comforting. It has been comforting to know there's others out there, which then led to me setting up a page on the website called Meet the Members, and that currently has 11 members that have shared their story of lymphedema. In some cases it's cancer related, in others it's primary, in others it's secondary. We've got men and women from all around the world joining the Meet the Members team and sharing their experiences, including a man from Germany, a lady from America, and we have England, Ireland and Scotland covered, hoping for somebody from Wales soon. And you know, it's a growing community. So if you feel comfortable to share your experiences with lymphedema for the Meet the Members page, then do get in contact. hello@lymphunited.com. Just so that you're aware, on the Meet the Members gallery, the names are removed, and a brief introduction is included with a photograph. And if you don't want your photograph, as you'll see, some people have used images like the pink ribbon or a rose. So that's an option if you don't want to go public. But you can only access the whole story and the whole experience if you're a member of Lymphoedema United, which is free, and you've logged in. So a lot of that content, you know, is hidden, and is only available to members who have logged in to read it. But you know, so my tip really around this is, it's tough, it's exhausting, it can be lonely. You know, there are times of frustration, of anger, lots of emotions with lymphedema that probably are unhealthy to bottle up. Let's be honest. Stress is not good. Stress is not good for the body. And I can only think and hope that by talking to other people, by uniting with other people online or in person through conferences, will give you some sort of community to talk to, and meet and share experiences. But if we can help at Lymphoedema United, then do get in contact. I said the email address earlier, it's hello@lymphunited.com. Have a look at these support groups: Lymphoedema Support Group, UK and US, and LWO, Lymphoedema, and the Lymphoedema Sufferers Group UK as well. Just go into Facebook, punch in lymphedema in the search bar, and all of the groups come up. There's also one I haven't mentioned, which isn't very active, is Men with Lymphedema. There is one there, it's a couple of hundred followers, I think, but it's not buzzy. There's not a great deal of activity on there. So maybe that's something for me to think about going forward with Lymph United. So I hope that's been of use. I hope that's helpful. Stay tuned for episode 7. This is episode 6. Episode 7 which every Friday there'll be a new video being posted. So thank you very much for listening. Hope it's been useful, and look after yourself. Take care.